got the Daytona.
Charger Daytona 2019. This is mated with a 5.7 liter Hemi and 8-speed automatic.
Yeah.
Reason why I got the car is I wanted a car that was both fun and fast, but I also needed a regular daily driver. So prior to this car, I had a Chevy Silverado, which is a pickup truck. I had to lift it, rims, tires, and everything. So I was so used to that kind of lifestyle that I needed something that fitted everyday use. So, you know, it was better than going for like other cars I was looking at a Challenger, looking at a Camaro, but I felt that this car kind of fit the best of both worlds. It's loud, it's got the power, and it's comfortable.
Right.
It's everything I ever want in a car.
So how much horsepower does this car have?
This car makes 391 horsepower and 395 pound-foot of torque.
Very nice.
And I'll show you the engine bay real quick.
Yeah, so this has got the 5.7 liter V8.
5.7 liter, yep, Hemi.
Hemi V8. There it is. Always got a little filter going.
Yep. There's a Mopar cold air intake, came with the car. 345 cubic inch engine. Everything you ever want.
Yeah. So that's the engine bay, the 5.7 liter with the filter. Here's the interior.
Inside is Napa Alcantara with the custom Daytona edition stitching.
It's a very nice interior. It's very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Yes.
This car goes from being a totally wild sports car to a regular daily driver just from hitting the button.
Yeah. So it's a great car, great for daily driving. I think he recommends it to anyone who really wants a comfortable sports car.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. If you want something, like I said, that's fast and loud and you can take on a road trip, this is it.
Yeah. So we're gonna cut to break, and we're eating some wings on Zazz's car. There we go. That's our picnic table right there.
Nothing better, man.
All right, guys, we're back into Anthony's car. So we're gonna, not your car, Anthony. We're gonna talk about Anthony's Zazz right now.
Talking about the better looking Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna talk about his car right now. I'm gonna ask him a couple questions. He's gonna talk about it, and yeah, here we go. Ready?
Let's do it.
All right, sir.
What do you got, buddy?
So, your previous car was a Chevy Silverado, correct?
Right, Chevy Silverado 1500.
Uh-huh.
That had a 5.3 liter 8-cylinder. I did a lot of work to that truck. I did a leveling kit, off-road rims and tires, catback exhaust, cold air intake. I did so much work to the truck. It was unbelievable, and it was great. I had it for 3 years. I put 40,000 miles on it. I drove it everywhere. Went upstate with it, hunting. Yeah, and it was just a great truck, and I just felt that I didn't need that type of vehicle anymore. I felt like, you know, I could, you know, downgrade to a car because, you know, my dad ended up buying that truck and using it for our construction business. Yep. So I felt that if I had a car, I would still have the ability to use it if I needed it. So I felt that, you know, I could get something more fun.
Mm-hmm. So why did you choose a Charger Daytona other than any other car you could have got?
So, like I said before, I was looking at other cars. I was looking at a Camaro SS. I was looking at a Challenger. And I was even looking at a Durango. I was even looking at SUVs.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I got drawn to this car because, one, I think it's just a mean-looking car. And I think a lot of people can agree with that.
Yes.
It's a mean-looking car. People love these cars. They're absolutely reliable. The 5.7 liter Hemi is a legendary motor. They put them in like all their Dodge cars. They put them in the Rams, the Durangos. They even put them in the Grand Cherokees. So I knew that I also wanted the V8 because I was so used to that V8 lifestyle. I love the sound of a V8. they're more reliable. And not for nothing, this car doesn't do terrible on gas. You know, I still drive upstate with it. I drive all over Westchester with it. I use it for work sometimes. I do construction, just like loading and going to job sites. And it's a comfortable car. You know, it's not like a Camaro or a Challenger where there can only be two people. There's really just a driver and a passenger. The back seat is basically useless.
Yeah.
So, and I have 4 sisters. I have 2 sisters and 2 stepsisters. So
it's easier with you take everyone around and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I have friends that really don't have cars, so I was the main driver when it came to going on road trips and stuff like that. So I felt that this car was a perfect fit.
Yeah.
It's got the power, it's got the luxury, and like I said, you just take it out of sport mode, you drive it on the highway, cruising at 75, and you don't even hear the exhaust note. It's like driving a normal sedan.
Yeah, and you said that it has the cylinder deactivation, which helps with gas too.
Yep, cylinder deactivation, which means that in layman's terms, it goes from an all 8-cylinder engine to a 4-cylinder on the highway to improve gas mileage. So really, I get like 25, 26 on the highway,
which is crazy.
As long as I'm taking it easy.
Yeah.
And it's got an 8-speed transmission, so once it gets up in that higher gear, it's just like cruising. You know.
So, how do you feel differently driving a smaller car compared to your old daily driver, which was the Silverado?
The Silverado was just comfort all around. You know, I could drive that everywhere and anywhere. It was unbelievable in the snow. You know, you're comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah.
You know, the truck was something that I wanted for a long time. You know, I enjoyed it. I loaded it. I put almost 3,000 pounds in it at one point. I almost towed with it. I would load 4-wheelers with it. So going to this, you know, it was like going to a normal car to like driving a go-kart.
Yeah.
Because I was able to just drive that truck every day, drove it to school, drove it to tight parking lots, and it kind of like enhanced my skills as a driver.
Yeah.
So when I got to this, it's like driving nothing. It's like driving a go-kart. Like I said, the transition was seamless to me.
Yeah. Especially when the way he used to drive the Silverado.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Danny could show you some videos. Maybe I'll send him some videos.
Yeah, send me some videos.
For the video, for the vlog.
Yeah.
I drove that truck like a race car.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I remember this one time we were driving in Bear Mountain, and this guy did a donut in an empty parking lot in this Chevy Silverado. I've never seen a truck do a donut before. It was nuts.
Yeah.
So that just shows you like how much of a difference he changed the car.
And you know, that truck, you know, when you drive a truck every day, you just learn so much more. You learn about judgment and just knowing where your vehicle is on the road, and that's what I took from the Silverado. Yeah. And like you said, like I did a lot with that truck. Like you guys drove your BMWs doing however fast on the highway. Yeah. I was right behind you guys. Yeah. You know,
which was crazy.
Yeah, and like I said, the donuts, the burnouts. You know, I had that truck heavily modified. Yeah. And I just went from driving normal to driving wild and out. Yep. You know, that's how I do it.
So how do you like the handling of this car, the power, all that stuff?
The handling is tighter than I thought it would be. So when people think of a Dodge Charger, for people who are car guys, they think of a Dodge Charger, they know that it's a heavy vehicle. Yeah. It's 4,200 pounds, a lot heavier than a conventional car. So when I got in this car, I figured it was just going to be a heavy car with a heavy engine. But when I got in it, and I just started driving, I just realized how nimble it was. Yeah. You know, for a sedan. Yeah. When you go to this menu right here, Super Track Pack, you know, right now I have everything in sport. You got the steering, traction, paddle shifters, engine transmission, and the current mode it's in. It's even got launch control. Okay. So, the handling is a lot better than I thought it would be. You know, Danny will tell you again, you know, we go on these drives, we go in these tight corners. Yeah. He was keeping up with he was going faster than some people. And yeah, and I could just go, and it's nimble, and it's an unbelievable car to me. It's got the best of both worlds, as I keep saying over and over to people when they ask me about it. Like, how do you like the car? It's the best of both worlds. Yeah. You have a reliable car that can fit people. You can drive on road trips. It's comfortable. It's got a great sound system, great, you know, driver intuition. And then you throw it in sport mode, and it's a different animal. The valves open up, the exhaust is louder, shift points are higher, and and you can tell how much faster the transmission shifts versus being in the default mode.
And how was when you shift them in track mode, right? When you're shifting it by yourself, is there a little delay or just shift right away?
No, I can show you right now. So I'll put it in manual mode right now. And once we get past this, I can show you. It's right there.
Okay, there's just like
there's maybe like a half a second delay.
Yeah, which isn't bad.
Which isn't bad.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to first gear. It quickens up as you give it more time.
Oh, instantly.
It's almost instant. Half a second, if that.
Yeah.
So, and then throw it back in drive mode.
And you're chilling.
Take it out of sport.
Cruising. Oh, it's quiet now too.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
It's like driving a normal car. Then
Yeah.
you put it back in sport mode, and the valves open up, downshift it, and it's back to being a sports car.
So the suspension just stays stiff at all times?
The suspension stays the same. It doesn't really have any suspension change. The RT models don't have the adaptive suspension. You get that when you go up to an SRT.
Okay.
So what changes is, for me, the driver, the steering becomes a lot tighter.
Yeah.
You definitely feel the weight of the vehicle more. Like I said, the transmission holds the gears out longer, and the valves open up for the exhaust.
Okay. And how do you like the engine in this car? Do you like it better than the Chevy Silverado, or
Yeah, I feel like the 5.7 Hemi is just it's more powerful. My truck made 355 horsepower from factory. Then I tuned it, put an exhaust on it, a cold air intake, and I think it was about probably what this car is stock, about 390, maybe close to 400. But then you go into weight. This car is obviously a lot lighter than a pickup truck.
Yes.
So in my truck, it was just more torquey because it was a pickup truck. But in this, you just have lighter weight, more power, more torque, and it's just a totally different animal.
Yes.
There's no comparison.
Yes, yes. So is there anything else you want to add about the car?
No, I mean, Danny could tell you. I mean, the second I got this car, I just went wilding out.
Yep.
You know, launch control, burnouts, donuts. You know, obviously, I drive like a normal person every now and then.
Of course, yeah. You
But
got to.
when we're out here and it's, a lonely night, nobody's on the road.
We like to have a little fun.
Like to have a little fun.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. That's the end of the video. Thank you to Zazz for letting us put him in the video, reviewing his car a little bit.
Anytime.
And catch you guys in the next one. See ya.